Like her ancestor King David, her passion was God, and she found him at age 14. Yes, Brent Spiner's Gail, with the genes of Catherine the Great and King David, and the great niece of aviator Howard Hughes, loved her Lord Jesus Christ above fame, glamour, or riches. That voice Gail now heard on the phone was an exact match to what she heard in Old Yellow Eyes' back. It was the world-famous Brent Spiner, and he was head over heels in love with her. Oh, God, why couldn't I meet him when I was single? Now I have to sin to go to him. Oh, God, why? Why? She could only give Brent one answer. It wouldn't be right. Celebrity Brent Spiner realized that for Jesus she turned him down. When he yearned for her love and body in 1991, she could not betray her Jesus by dumping a poor, even if cold, husband for a millionaire star. After hearing Old Yellow Eyes' back, Gail believed Brent had depths and greatness. Though she turned him down as a lover, she kept him as the man of her dreams. Try as she did to convince herself that Jesus would not mind if she went to Brent, in her Bible readings, adulterers were stoned. She loved Brent, but loved Jesus more. Jesus rescued her from despair as a 14-year-old when she felt herself so ugly and unworthy she wanted to die. When she learned that Jesus paid for all her sins on the cross and had forgiven her for all her ugliness, she felt she'd crawl around the earth 3 times to adore her Jesus forever. Her mother had drummed into her what a bad sinner she was, so that she believed it from the depths of her soul. She prayed every day that she could go to heaven, but knew she deserved hell. She always felt angry towards her enemies, and couldn't love them like a good person would. Scared to even open her mouth in school, she would go through an entire day at school and only speak when forced, afraid to say anything because she knew all she did was wrong and evil. Jesus changed that and put a happy smile and some love and forgiveness in her heart. For this, she would adore him forever. Though it devastated her to remain with her cruel husband, she knew it would devastate her more if she lost Jesus' favor in her life, and if she no longer sensed his presence when she prayed. So she turned Brent down, feeling like Abraham must have felt when he offered his son Isaac on the altar to God. Perhaps the only thing she learned to love more than Jesus was the King James Bible. She had read it through from cover to cover to ensure her life pleased God. However, Brent came a very close second place to her love for the King James Bible and Jesus, because like Jesus did for her, she found in Brent someone who loved and accepted her for who she really was, not the way she felt she must be, which was some elusive high standard that no human being could attain to. Her entire life she strived for perfection in herself, to make herself worthy, trying to overcome a script her mother had drummed into her over and over. You no good, you selfish like your father. Brent, a brilliant judge of character, knew he transformed her away from her role as a dutiful, submissive wife and mother who wouldn't admit to herself any part of her that broached her religious ideals. He saw her religion as a piece of clothing she wore, but not all the real her. Only for Jesus did she turn Brent down. Brent knew it. He respected her for it, and kissed her adored footsteps. But despite her refusal of his physical advances, she risked the streets to right him, and risked a broken heart to deny him her body when she wanted to make love to him more than anything in the world. What a courageous and heroic soul this woman has, he thought. How he adored her courage and passion to all she believed in. She made it up to Brent with words. Words, the only means where she could love Brent without sin. So she bared her heart on the page and wrote sheets and sheets to the man who consumed her every waking minute. She mailed him movies of herself that she made from her camcorder, sneaking the tapes to him in the mail when her husband was out. She talked to her camcorder as if it was Brent and sent off to him videocassette tapes to nurture him with her presence in the only way she could give it. On the piano, she sang Moon River. I could have danced all night, and songs from her favorite musicals. Though she made many mistakes, her beautiful soul shined in her voice, caressing Brent with her inner majesty and sublimity, making his feelings for her run deeper. She cried into her pillow at night, "Oh, Jesus, I prayed every day before I married my husband that I would only marry in your will, and now I meet the man of my dreams and I can't marry him because I'm already married. Why did you allow me to marry my husband, who kisses me like I'm a wall, when I now must turn down this intelligent, deep, and sensitive man, who worships the ground I walk on and who loves the real me? This is so hard, because he is world famous, and my husband is so poor compared to him. If I went to him, I would really hurt you. I wish so bad right now that I was single. I want him so bad, but Lord, you and I are so close. I cannot lose the sweet intimacy I have in prayer with you. Oh Lord, your will makes no sense to me at all." Even though Brent did not share her passion for Jesus, he thought he'd never find a woman like this ever. She turned down her dream man, a millionaire star with a heart like gold, to remain with a nobody husband who kissed her like the wall and degraded her, all for her Jesus. But though she denied Brent her body, her writings reached into his soul and glimpsed his greatness. He'd soon learn that another organization had an obsession with Gail, and they found his love for King David and Catherine the Great, a woman who turned him down for sex, a major threat.